Title: My daughter broke her arm and was prepared for surgery. The doctor's expression darkened. There is something impossible inside her body. I gasped at the X-ray. Next to me, start. Her arm was broken. That was all we thought it was. But when the surgeon pulled up the X-ray, his voice dropped into something I'll never forget. There is something impossible inside her body. I stared at the screen. A thin, metallic shadow was lodged near her shoulder. Not from the fall, not from birth. Inserted. Deliberate. Beside me, my wife's hand trembled, her face drained of color. That was the moment I knew. The betrayal had been living in my house the entire time. I had trusted her, my wife, with everything. We'd built a family together. I worked late nights, believing she was protecting the life we made. I believed she carried the same devotion for our daughter that I did. I used to admire her patience, the way she brushed our daughter's hair before school, the way she hummed lullabies. Those memories taste like ash now, because every smile, every tender gesture was camouflage. The surgeon ordered more scans. While machines hummed around my daughter, I excused myself to the hallway. I pulled up old hospital records, vaccinations, checkups. My wife had insisted she take our daughter alone each time. I trusted her, never questioned it. But the files told a different story. Procedures logged under another physician's name. Unnecessary visits, signatures that weren't mine. When I returned, the surgeon whispered, "This object was surgically placed, years ago." I looked at my wife. She couldn't meet my eyes. That was my confirmation. The metal inside my daughter wasn't random. It was a tracker, a tether. Someone had put it there, and my wife had helped. Rage came first. White, blinding rage. But rage is sloppy. I couldn't afford sloppy, so I buried it. I smiled at her. I pretended. While she slept, I searched. I hacked into her cloud backups, photos, messages. One thread caught my attention. A man, medical supply distributor. Not just an affair. No, worse. He had promised her a future, promised her money, power, a life without me. In exchange, she had let him use our daughter as a test subject for his implant technology. My child's body turned into evidence of their betrayal. I made a decision that night, not to explode, not to scream, but to dismantle them, piece by piece. I started with surveillance, a hidden camera in the living room, keyloggers on her devices. Within weeks, I had everything: messages, financial transfers, late-night calls. Then I set the stage. I contacted a friend in law enforcement, quietly. I didn't ask for help. I only asked about procedure, evidence thresholds, admissibility. I wanted to know exactly how to build a case so clean it couldn't be ignored. I opened a separate account, redirected portions of our savings, built a war chest under her nose. Every time she kissed me goodnight, I reminded myself, patience is a weapon. Step 1, I exposed the man. Anonymous tips to his clients, his suppliers, his regulators. Documents leaked, his shady imports, expired medical stock, falsified safety reports. His empire collapsed in weeks. Step 2, I cornered her financially. I liquidated our joint accounts legally under the guise of covering surgery costs. By the time she noticed, every asset was under my name. Her cards declined at the grocery store. Her phone service cut out mid-conversation. I watched the panic bloom. Step 3, the public reveal. At the hospital review board, I presented the X-rays, the altered medical records, the messages between her and him. I didn't yell, I didn't accuse. I laid out facts like knives. Every head in the room turned toward her. She broke down there, screaming that she never wanted this, that she was manipulated, that she only did it for security. But the recordings told another story. When security escorted her out, she turned to me, mascara streaking her cheeks. "You destroyed me," she spat. "No," I said calmly, "you destroyed yourself. I only turned the lights on." The man she betrayed me with was already facing charges, fraud, endangerment. He begged for deals, named her as an accomplice. She wasn't just ruined socially, she was legally trapped. Our daughter slept peacefully in her hospital bed that night, her arm mended in a cast, her future no longer tainted by their schemes. I sat by her side, my hand over hers, and I felt, for the first time in months, stillness. People ask if I regret it, if I feel emptiness after revenge. The truth? I feel clarity. She gambled with my daughter's life, with my trust, with the foundation of our family, and she lost. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't strike her. I dismantled her with precision. Now, when I close my eyes, I see that X-ray, the faint glint of metal buried where it never should have been. That was the spark, and I smile because I turned their weapon into mine. She thought betrayal would be invisible, but nothing hidden stays buried forever. I am not haunted. I am not broken. I am sharpened, and I will never apologize for the revenge that saved my child.